Oh look, it's not liking this. Accelerating off, and it's aborted straight away. Does it tackle the roundabout if we just leave it? Yes, it does. Look at that. Welcome back to Tesla Driver, everyone. I hope you're doing very well. Today we're going to be redoing a video I did a few years ago, which was the first Autopilot city tour. We went through Hereford, and that's where we're going to drive through today. We're actually going to do it in reverse, and if you want to, I'm going to link the video down below in the description, and you can open them side by side and see the difference of my Model X, which was hardware 2, and didn't have any of these visualization features that we have now, compared to this, which is obviously a 2019 Model 3 on hardware 2.5, and yeah, it's been a lot more improved. If you want to see more of these videos, hit the like button down below. I'm going to be doing lots of these up until Christmas, so yeah, hopefully that will scratch your itch for some Autopilot content. So I'm letting the car do its thing here, and as you can see, it can see the signs still. It still doesn't regulate to the signs unless you bump it up yourself. So I think they actually took that away, because there was a time where it would follow whatever the speed limit sign would say. It does do it if you're going into a slower area, but if you're going into a faster area like that, it doesn't actually speed itself up unless you already had it like preset to the maximum speed limit. It's a Sunday morning, so it should be quiet. The sun is low, so it might give us some visibility issues. One thing I did hear about this latest update was these cameras are meant to be looking a lot better, but they kind of look a little bit strange in my opinion. All of these colors, you can see they're kind of like a rainbow color, which is a little bit strange. And also it hasn't cropped out the boot for me here. It has cropped out a bit at the top, but the bottom you can still see the boot. I was led to believe that that had all been cropped out. Okay, so it seems like it's going a bit fast for this corner. It slowed itself down a mile an hour, but it would have been better if it just slowed itself down a little bit earlier for that one. Now, the big improvement I've noticed recently is when you arrive at a junction or when you arrive at a roundabout, the car seems to slow itself down pretty nicely. It won't stop for the roundabouts, it will stop for the junctions, and sometimes it does try and go around the roundabout if there is a lane. So we'll just let it do its thing, see how it goes. We have got some surface water, but it's an absolutely beautiful day. So it should be a great day to see what Autopilot can do here. Also, in this latest update, they have now made it so that it actually changes the size of the cars on the visualization depending on the size of the cars in real life. It will also show if doors are open, so hopefully when we go through the city, someone will open a door and it will show the door opening in the visualization. And if that door is in our way, it should turn orange as like a warning that we would hit the door if we continued. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it to do that, but we'll see. Okay, so you can see it's slowing down now as we're coming to the roundabout. We're also going into a 40, so it's turned the speed limit down. I'm not going to do anything here. And as you can see, it brings itself down nice and slow. And then, oh, actually, look at this. It almost brings itself to a stop. And then I have to tell it to keep going. And it actually correctly did that, which is quite impressive. I wasn't expecting it to turn left there either. But it did do that successfully. And off we go again. So what I'll do is on the sat nav here, I'll set the destination that we're going to be going. I think it was all the way up here. So you can see we're coming into the 30, and if I don't slow it down myself, it will slow itself down, but only once it gets into the 30. It doesn't do it off its own back. I think we went up here to Red Hill or something. So let's put this in the sat nav. There we go. So it's still asking for to put light force on the steering wheel. It also does have now some sort of drowsiness sensor. So the camera just up here is actually watching me now, and every single second it's knowing whether my eyes are up, whether my eyes are down. It's counting how many yawns I've done. It's quite impressive. I haven't got it to tell me yet that I'm drowsy, so maybe we'll get that later on today. I think you need to be driving for something like 10-20 minutes or something, and then it might tell you. So again, here we're coming up to another roundabout. Let's see how it handles this one. Yeah, again, slowing itself down really nicely. There's no one behind us, no one around us. Does it tackle the roundabout if we just leave it? Yes, it does. Look at that, really nicely. It does it slow, but it did it correctly. And it's actually keeping us slow because we're going through to another roundabout. We do need to turn left here. And look at that, it completely stopped. Did you see that? So when I turned on the Oh wow, that's bright. When I turned on the indicator there, it actually stopped at that roundabout as if it was a junction, and that's actually pretty impressive. Just going to slow it down here over the humps. This is something I would like it to do on its own. If it sees humps, for it to slow down, I think that would be pretty useful. Wow, this is really, really bright. I'm not sure if the camera is picking anything up here. Again, it's wanting me to ping for these green lights. I've pinged it. It can see the lights.
Turn right onto South Bank Road.
Oh, it doesn't like that. Oh, wow. I'm not sure what that's about. And it was trying to take us to the left. So that's actually pretty bad. Report bug. Okay, that's that bug reported. So yeah, I'm not sure what it didn't like there. I'm assuming it was because of the incredibly bright sunlight. But it said that it could go through them.
500 feet, turn right onto Ledbury Road.
Again, it doesn't slow down for the little bumps in the road, so if you did put it at 30 at the speed limit, it's just going to do the speed limit of 30. And here we come up to, again, another load of lights. So I'm going to turn right here, and you can see it's bringing up the visualization. It's not going to turn right here for us, so I have to do it ourselves. And back on. So something quite exciting is the UK government said by 2025, so not in 2025, by 2025, which means next year, they expect to have the full first rollout of full self-driving cars. And I'm really hoping that's including the Tesla. So if you want to see those videos, let me know. I'm going to try and keep on going. I honestly was thinking of selling the Tesla and maybe getting a different car, not necessarily a Tesla, but now that I've kind of seen that and read up on the news on it, I'm quite excited, and I think I'm going to keep this one just to see it out, because I've had this now for, well, I would have had it for 5 years, and then finally the full self-drive would be working. Okay, so again, it slows itself down really nicely here. Look at all the Halloween costume, the stuff on the middle one there. Just gonna leave it, and it aborts because it knows it's coming onto a roundabout, so it does abort. I guess if it's a real big roundabout with no lanes like that. Again, the visualization is picking up people, which is nice. Will it pick up these dogs? It should show dogs. It shows the person, but didn't show the dogs. And this little warning here is just because one of my tires is slightly flat, because it's well, not flat, but it's literally like 1 psi under because it's a cold morning. So as we breeze through here, nice and easy. Now this area was a problem coming back the other way because there's cars that kind of straddle into their side of the road, so we had to move over, but there's no one on the other side of the road, so this should be okay for us today. Okay, we have got a van coming down. Is he going to stop for us? No, he hasn't stopped for us, so I'm going to have to pull over, and he wasn't even looking. I actually just looked at him. He was looking down at his phone, so that's quite interesting. I'm pretty sure the car there would have just stopped. So here's a tight right-hand corner. It's going for it slowly, and nope. See, stuff like that, it's still pretty concerning to me that it can't do those tight corners, those tight bends. We've got a biker coming out here.
Turn right onto Bath Street.
Yeah, it really doesn't like this. It doesn't like the bright lights. And again, it's aborting. I have no idea what this biker's doing. But you can see with the sunlight, it's just incredibly bright.
Turn right onto Bath Street.
Okay, so we're going to follow this bike around. It doesn't want to autopilot still. I think because of the sunlight, it's just being super cautious. Oh, that car's pulling out. Oh no, he's okay. I'm always nervous about cars pulling out in front of bikes. What we're going to do as well, actually, I'm going to extend the drive a little bit. I'm just going to do a lap here and go left through the city centre, where hopefully there might be some cars. So I'm going to go left here instead of what the sat-nav says. And coming nicely to a stop there. You can see it coming stop to a bike. Because of how sunny it is, though, you can really not see the visualizations on here, so I'm assuming the car's having some troubles as well seeing the road. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure about that biker, if I'm being totally honest. That's quite scary. He looked like he was going to throw himself off. Okay, so it's a 20 down here, so we can go nice and slow. I'm just waiting for Autopilot to say it wants to do it. And interestingly enough, Autopilot is not showing up. Yeah, it's not showing up at all. It doesn't want to do it. Interesting.
Now turn left.
Just follow the road round. And whoa, look at that. We've been hit with absolute sunlight. But again, these are situations that when the car is full self-driving and does have full access to it, it needs to be able to do these things, because I'm going to see if it will park us. Will it park us in any of these spots? Or is it too bright to even park us in a spot? There we go, it's found one. Let's just park it then. And then I'm hoping maybe the Autopilot will turn back on if we just stop and restart. It seemed to get a little bit funny there. And it has gone over the lane here, and actually it's gone into the bike lane. So rather than staying in the left lane, which it should, it's come one step too far over, and then that's gone into the bike lane. This guy next to me is looking at me very confused. He's very confused. So yeah, that parking is actually not very good. I'm not sure how I can show you this. But you see here, this is the bike lane, and this is where it should have parked. So sadly, the sunlight is the big issue. I was really hoping that we would also get his car door opening, but it didn't seem to pick that up either. Okay. I'm very intrigued that it's not driving through here. Normally, Autopilot would, so it's got to be the sunlight that's making this difference. Okay, now it's letting me do it, but we need to turn left here anyway, and I know it won't turn left.
Now turn left.
Yeah, we'll put Autopilot on for this and just see where it comes to a stop. Good spot for it to come to a stop. Let's see if the visualization, oh look, it's not liking this. So traffic control features may be degraded, front camera blocked or blinded. So that's what that was. You can see it's still showing the cars coming around. I'm not sure if it showed the cyclist just then. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it off for this one, because I know 100% it's not gonna be doing this tight left corner. Okay, and no, yeah, there we go, we're back on now. So yeah, a bit hit and miss there. I'm assuming it's because of the sunlight, but it's a shame that it won't let it work through there. Again, it's something that in everyday use, it's just gonna have to tackle, and it's gonna have to overcome, because sunlight is just a normal everyday thing. Okay, which lane's it going to pick here? It's gone for the middle lane, and it has come to a stop quite confidently actually there. It went a bit more confident than I was expecting. And as the lights turn green, we'll put it back on. Good acceleration out of that as well. That was really nice and smooth. I was concerned there it was going to be a little bit touch and go, but no, nice and confident on that one. Again, coming up to some more lights. There's a lot of lights here as well, so we'll see how it handles all of these and if it can get them all right. We've got a cyclist coming across. You can see the cyclist there, nice and clear. Okay, one set of green lights, a second set of green lights, but it might think it's red. I'm gonna have to say to go through it. Yeah, oh no, it did do it in the end. It was okay with it.
In 500 feet, enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
Again, it's warning us that it's stopping for these next set of lights. It didn't show that dog again. I'm a little bit upset about that. I thought it was meant to start showing dogs now. And then as we get to this roundabout, I'm gonna have to take control because there's no lanes, but it has got us to here correctly. Look, it should have gone a little bit further forward. It should have sat us about here, but it got the gist of it. Okay, it's happy to take over now. It's followed that well. It's asking us to accept the lights, even though the lights are only for over there. So that's a little bit worrying that it thinks they're on this road. Okay, we still need to confirm it. Even if it's green, we still need to confirm it through each set of lights. And it's gone really nicely through there. Even again with absolutely blinding lights, it's done really well. Now I believe I need to get over to the left, and it won't do that on its own, so I'll have to take control just for that bit. Okay, so it splits into 2 lanes on the left and 2 lanes on the right. I'm not sure which lane it's going to pick. Oh, I was picking the wrong one there. You could see it was following where the VW was going to go, and that's not the correct lane, so we had to pull it off. And here again, we've got to chop in, which it wasn't doing. It was just going straight ahead there. It would have been a real jarring movement. So I've got to say, in the amount of time it's been since I did the first episode, and considering that was on a older generation of car, it's better, but it's not anywhere near where it needs to be for it to be good enough. And it has actually picked the correct lane for us. We do want to go straight on, and this will be the faster lane to go straight on, because that left lane can go left as well. So that was well done. I'm not sure if that was by luck and by chance, but hey, we'll take the little wins when we can. Okay, so accelerating off, and it's aborted straight away. I have no idea why it decided to abort there. I couldn't see anything wrong. It seems like it was doing its job perfectly, so that's a little bit strange. It's already warning me as well about these lights coming up, which I'll confirm about nice and early. You can see the visualization moving in and out and stuff, but what I would really like is for it to show everything that it's seeing like it does in the States. I'm not sure why it can't do that now. I mean, it probably can, but they're just choosing not to. It'd be really nice just so that it shows that it can see everything. Like these cars here coming up, for example, it just doesn't bother to show them. So it'd be nice just to show them. And then as we come out of Hereford here,
you arrive at your destination.
I think it slows you down when it thinks you're getting to the destination. Is it going to slow us down here? No, okay, no, it's not slowing us down. It's just letting us keep on going, which is fine, I guess. And here we go, into a 60. We've got a person on the bike here on the left, and it's getting quite bright. So I'm intrigued to see how the car deals with this. It's thinking about going past him here, and that is not safe to do. We need to brake and give this guy plenty of space. I think because he was on the other side of a hard line, it was just going to commit to it. It couldn't see that line was actually coming to an end. Let me know what you guys think there. If you've done the comparison where you've watched the other one at the same time, do you think it's much better? Are you impressed that in that many years, or was it 3 years, that's the difference? I've got to say, I was hoping for a lot more by now, but that's where we're at. Hopefully next year, again, slowing us down nicely for this roundabout. That's pretty good. And then it is trying to get us in the correct lane here to go right. But yeah, like I said, I just kind of expected a bit more from it, hoping that regulations and stuff had moved forward from where they were back then. But as you can clearly see, it hasn't moved forward too much. And even in terms of visualization, it's better. But like I said, I would rather it just show everything that it can see. Let's see if it shows this biker on the way back. Just out of interest. It didn't show the cars. Yeah, see, it shows the biker. So maybe it's showing like things that it thinks are a hazard, because it's not showing these cars. I'm not sure. It's all a bit of a mystery. But that mystery will be solved very soon. Thank you for watching Tesla Driver. Until next time, drive safe.